Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Wednesday the 19th of April. But first, a quick recap on Tuesday's performance. Well, to be fair, I got it completely wrong. I thought they would come more towards low numbers, but apparently due to the high winds, they came to the I think it was the far side next to the rail. So I'm a bit surprised by that. But yeah, disappointing. I think we just had one placed. I think it worked out. I think I'd got 29p to come back, which is garbage. But on to Wednesday in a very interesting Cheltenham meeting. I do like a lot of the. Well, I always like I always like the horses that I pick, but very interesting angles for a lot of these horses. So let me get into it. So I'm having a 10 pence each way lucky 31 that comes to £6.20. I'm also having 10 pence each way doubles. And then finally, to make it up to a tenner, I'm having a 90 pence each way single on my nap, and I shall get into it. So the first selection is Cool Cody at 9 to 1 in the 130 at Cheltenham, paying 5 places instead of 3. This is the horse where I'm having my 90 pence each way single. Cool Cody, I'm expecting it to probably make all, and I think it's far too good for these. I think it's been completely overlooked, and it's a Cheltenham specialist, whereas a lot of them aren't, and I think that will count for a lot. The second selection is History Beer. I've left the price in the 5 past 2 at Cheltenham, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse, I'm not saying it ran a stinker. It was given an atrocious ride 2 outings ago at Cheltenham. Well, I'm just hoping for a proper ride this time. Well, I think his name is Keelan Quinn. Or Kalen Quinn takes the mount instead of Jordan Naylor. So hopefully a better ride is given. I would have thought it would have preferred probably slightly softer ground, but I'm not too fussed if I'm being honest. I'm happy as it is. So that's that selection. The third selection is Almazar Garde. I've left the price in the 240 at Cheltenham, paying 6 places instead of 4. I think it's been laid out for this race personally. I did back it at Hereford when it came fourth. I think it was at 16 to 1. Ran a decent race, and it will stay every centimetre of this trip. The fourth selection is Rock My Way. I've left the price in the 315 at Cheltenham, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse has ran its entire rules racing career at Cheltenham, so it knows nothing different. It had 2 very good runs. Then it was aimed at the Albert Bartlett in the Grade 1, and it led or disputed the lead, faded, and I think it pulled up in the end. I'm guessing totally out of its class, and then ultimately it gets dropped back into this handicap. And personally, I think it's got a decent chance. Hopefully, it could make all, but I think it was about 16s. I think it went. I think that's too big a price, but I have left the price, so I think it could be overlooked. And finally, Chambard. Excuse me. Chambard. I've left the price in the 350 at Cheltenham, paying 4 places instead of 3. I think it's a dreadful race, to be honest. This horse, it ran quite a warm race at Cheltenham at the Cheltenham Festival, beating Mr. Kofi of all horses over 3, I believe 3 mile 2. Well, it's pretty much the same distance or similar distance on Wednesday, and it's not in the best of form, although it has shown its best bit of form recently by actually finishing the race. And I think this is the horse that's got cheek pieces on. Well, it's only wore cheek pieces once, and it didn't run that well in it. So I'm not quite sure why they're putting it back on. So yeah, an interesting horse. So those are the selections for Wednesday. So I wish you the very best of luck. If you give this video a like or a subscribe, that'd be absolutely fantastic. The very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.